guys are so horny in chat. I swear, you put Zara and Buck in a scene together, and it's just like they're shirtless in the forge. He's behind him. Ghost Potter is like, jeez. Not a piece of meat. A sentient fake D&D character, okay?
Hello and welcome to Dice and Divergence, where we roll dice and we divert from the normal, everyday, grueling grind of our capitalistic hellscape society that we live in, to bring a little bit of fantasy to the world where there's dungeons and dragons and wizards and ogres and orcs, and there's some elves. There are dragonborn and humans. And halflings. Do you have a recap for us?
Yep. So, hi. Last week was a good session, but an emotional one. We began the session with Finn in the throes of exhaustion, heading back to their room while the rest of our company was at a bar, getting absolutely blasted. As we head back, turns out that Haziel can't really hold their liquor, but Kinsey can surprisingly well, as Kinsey followed both Zara and Buck, carrying Haziel home with a graceful sway in their step, but on their feet nonetheless. Finn discovers that somebody, Buck, has entered their room. Not wanting to make any allegations, they speak to Tansy, the innkeeper, who confirms that they saw Buck, but refused to keep tabs on him when he was alone. Upon returning, the group split, with Zara, Haziel, and Kinsey in one room, and Buck and Finn in another. Haziel, Kinsey, and Zara were having truly a wonderful time. They were singing songs as Zara sang a traditional draconic lullaby to get them to sleep, and which Kinsey recognized. This was after he managed to somehow spill soup all over a absolutely drunk Haziel, with Kinsey having to come in and save the day. All the while, Buck and Finn were having a heated conversation where a lot of words and assumptions were exchanged. After which, the group somewhat came back together, with Finn heading to Elidor to research soul gems and understand them a bit more, receiving some student textbooks, and with Buck heading to the field that he had found earlier and attempting, or at least somewhat attempting, to process his emotions through a release of pain. And then as everybody headed back to the inn and went to bed, we ended the session.
Alrighty, fantastic. Everybody wakes up, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Rel, are you going to get breakfast like you have been?
Yeah. I think, no one has said anything to any different. So yeah, Relzrex will wake up early, go down, get their breakfast order put in. He will make sure to request water this time, just in the event there is any hungoverness on the part of the dynamic duo.
All right, fantastic. Are you gonna wait to bring that up yourself, or are you having it room serviced?
That's a good point. Well, I think maybe have the breakfast for the dynamic duo room serviced, and then just have the rest of it at the table downstairs for himself, Buckthorn, and Finn.
Cool.
Just in case Haziel and Kinsey are not wanting to get out of bed this morning.
Kinsey and Haz, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
I got that one.
Okay. Oh no.
So you can handle it while drunk.
Yes, but the hangover
Fuck the next
is
morning.
terrible. Kinsey, you wake up with a splitting headache and for some reason slightly nauseous. Like, you drink a bunch, but you've never woken up this like hungover and miserable before. Like
Is
migraine
going
levels
man
of a headache. 21. Haz wakes up bright-eyed,
Damn.
bushy-tailed, ready to go, super chipper, immediately like talking and happy and like, oh my gosh, this was so much fun. You said the
No.
drinking
No.
built different.
Are you sick?
I'm dead. I'm just gonna be dead today.
No, I can't fix that.
Nah, it's okay. Doesn't need to be fixed.
Do you need medicine?
Shh, no talking.
And then I'm going to like pantomime, like attempting to communicate. I do actually know sign language, but I'm like full on miming things.
Kinsey does. I think most of us
Okay.
know sign language at this party.
Yeah,
She's got a
for some
pillow over her
reason
head
you
though.
all did like
Can't see anything.
Yeah,
sign
for some
language.
reason, everyone but Finn picked sign language.
Because it was cool. I might change it.
Yeah,
Just to be
Then-
it's
different.
cool.
I guess I leave the room.
As you go to leave the room, one of the little automatons is coming up to your door carrying a little tray. It's got an onion on it, a pitcher of water with 2 cups of water, and some other breakfast items for, I guess, you guys.
Oh.
Hi.
I'm going to. Hi.
Room service?
Sure, and I'm gonna turn around and just like how I would normally say things, be like, Kinsey, guess what? We got food. Right. And then I'm gonna look down at the little automaton and be like, you gotta be quiet, watch your tone. You gotta.
Volume down.
Yes, volume down.
Okay.
Give her the onion.
Okay. He like walks in with his little tray and
You're not allowed in the room. You're not allowed in the room. You're too loud.
volume down. Would you like water?
Your feet are too loud.
Oh, hover. Okay.
Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, I'll take the water.
Okay.
Glug, glug,
Onion?
Glug, glug, glug. No, that's not mine.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going back to sleep.
Does not compute.
Pillow over the head.
He
gonna-
turns around and looks at Haziel.
Did she put the onion in the water so the onion water heals? I think I read it in a book once that the juice from the onion gets in the water and the onion particles do health.
No. She drank water.
Oh. I think I have to feed her the onion.
Here, onion. And he extends it all the way up to you with like a retractable arm. Bloop.
I'm gonna grab the onion and walk over and be like, Kinsey, here comes the dragon.
Oh, no dragon. No. I'm hiding under the
Flap,
pillow
flap,
today.
flap.
Remember, I'm dead under the pillow. Dead people don't eat onions.
Right. Oh no, it hit the second wizard tower. And I leave the room.
How did I know? How did I know that was coming?
Well, good night, everybody. It was great streaming here. We love you all so
Hey,
much.
Thanks so
You did
much.
great Thursday.
You guys could have chosen to be anywhere in the world, and you chose to be.
For some reason.
For some reason.
Okay.
I'm going downstairs.
He sets the tray in the room and then he follows you downstairs also.
What
What?
did Buck sleep solidly through the entire night, or did he wake up at all at any point?
D20.
Okay.
Buck had a restless night of sleep, but he did still get a long rest of resting.
Okay.
But restless. A restless long rest.
He struggled.
If at any point he happened to look in Rolls-Royce's direction, he would have seen like 3 illusory golden butterflies flying around Rolls-Royce's head while he sleeps. But either way.
I think he did wake up, and I think just so much is going through his head, and he kind of rolls over, he flips the like pillow that he's got, and tries to close his eyes again, and just gets the weirdest sense. Opens his eyes and just. I think the only reaction is just a long exhale. Just. Okay. Sorry, surrounded by butterflies.
No big deal.
I hope this doesn't require violence. And then goes to sleep.
Yeah.
That seems like a morning issue.
Yeah.
Literally is like, not the time. If it was any other day, that would have been such a beautiful moment.
Yeah. But then just wanted to check about that, but then Rolls-Royce would have woken up, gone down, is probably currently sipping on coffee, and maybe eating if food's been brought to the table already by this point.
Yeah. So when you see the one go up with the serving tray to go upstairs, another one comes out with a serving tray to just bring to your table. The one that brings you yours to your table is not Tapper, it's Mem. And he comes up to you and is like, food here.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And then Rolls-Royce will just, dish himself up a plate and just, start eating while he's waiting for everyone else to walk down.
As soon as you put food in your mouth, you take your first bite, he says, "How is everything?"
It tastes good. The one bite I've had so far. The coffee's very good though. I know for sure.
You get a deadpan stare.
I think we should be good for the moment. I will be sure to call for you if I do need anything though. So, thank you for bringing the food over, ma'am. And I'll go back to eating.
As soon as you take another bite, he's like, "Do you need salt or pepper?"
No.
I think at this
Okay.
point, Finn's gonna walk downstairs and just sees this little automaton and Rosarax just staring at each other in silence, and has book in hand, just sees what's happening, grabs some coffee, and goes and sits at another table. And keeps reading.
Wow. Ouch. I thought Finn had my
Coffee.
back, but apparently not.
Apparently not. Not with these guys. Not in the
more
morning.
coffee, baby.
Not without the coffee.
Yeah.
You wake up and Raoul's not there, which has been usual for your mornings so far since y'all have been traveling together again.
Yeah, I think Buck sort of just wakes up. Sort of like does his stretches, but he knows within himself it's kind of half-assed. Head down.
You walk down. Mem is still staring at Raoul. And you see Finn sitting at a different table. Haziel and Tapper are discussing the healing properties of onions. And Kenzie is not down here.
Ooh. I'll head back up to Kinsey's room. And obviously I won't go into Kinsey's room. But I'll sort of like very lightly knock. And I'll wait for a response.
No response.
Okay. He assumes that she is just sort of sleeping it off and is a little bit worse for wear, so he heads downstairs and he will go and actually quickly, can I do like some form of check to know whether or not, or to discern whether or not that whole like onions are healing thing is true? Because like Buck, he has a herbalism kit, like that part of the medicine he practices. I want to know if in D&D they have some form of property.
Sure. Do use your herbalism kit to make a check using wisdom as your modifier. 11 or higher, onions have healing properties.
This is a very
that's how we're
consequential
doing it.
roll.
I was about to say, okay, bet.
It's your healing onions.
Onions have healing properties in this world.
Yeah.
Note that down.
Important lore.
Important
Yeah.
lore, everybody.
This is gonna turn into a video game RPG where mid-fight we just house bags of onions.
Yeah, you know, like in Skyrim, you eat a wheel of cheese to regain health. In our RPG game, you eat a bag of onions, and that would make sense as to why Haziel just eats raw dogs, onions. It's all coming together.
Once again, she knows the truth, and we are but mere mortals who cannot
Right,
see
yeah.
vision.
We just
Yeah.
haven't learned yet. He'll just sort of chuckle to himself and he'll go sit next to Zara. And Mem is still there.
Yes, staring at Zara. Every time that he has his mouth full, he asks another waiter-esque question. But only as soon as he starts, like, the food's in the mouth.
I'm going to cast message to Zara. And I'm going to go, firstly, good morning. Secondly, do you want this automata to go away?
Relzex will swallow. Good morning. It's annoying, but I'm dealing with it, I guess. And then we'll turn and answer whatever question Mem had just asked him.
He just asked you if you needed a refill on your coffee.
Yes, please, that'd be great. And he'll like hold the mug over.
Yeah, so he pours coffee into your mug and then sets it down and stares at you.
How big is Mem?
Mem's about maybe 2 feet tall. These guys are pretty tiny.
Okay. Buck is going to stand up. And he's going to go, Mem, do you feel
Mem?
emotions?
No?
Okay. Please leave us alone.
He turns around and he walks away.
Cool. Buck sits back down and goes, I thought I was going to have to carry him. Okay.
I legitimately don't know if you could have.
Read him.
I mean, he's made entirely out of metal, is he not?
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
He
you'd be
probably only
surprised what
weighs
he
like
can
50
lift.
pounds.
How small is this thing?
Tiny, only like 2 feet tall.
It's still a lot of metal.
Oh, that
But they're
depends. If
hollow
it's 2
and
feet
hollow.
tall, solid. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind then. Okay.
Yeah, he's not like a solid
Fair.
statue type deal.
You know, we
Fair.
could
He's
find
not just a
out if we
tungsten
rip one
cube.
open. I'm just saying.
Shut up
No.
right now.
It's an option.
No.
I'm here for
We're not
tungsten
taking the
automatons.
automata to a chop shop.
I'm just saying.
Made out of copper. We could get
Yeah.
so many 2 coppers out of that.
True.
It is
Yeah.
an idea.
Does it have a catalytic converter?
I don't
Just swap
think
the
so.
license plates. Nobody will know.
Platinum is an important resource.
I guess I should have. I said things that I thought were pretty, interpretive as a dismissal, but I guess I didn't explicitly ask him to go away, or it, or him to go away. So,
Yeah.
thanks.
Right, sometimes you just have not worry. Sometimes you just have to be a little bit direct.
Apparently.
What were Kinsey and Hans last night?
Haziel was absolutely wasted. Kinsey was also drunk, but handled it fairly well. There was a slight incident of some spilled soup, but other than that, everything got cleaned up. They got fed. They drank hopefully enough water that they're both feeling okay this morning. And then I put them both to sleep and, got some rest myself. So.
Who spilled soup on themselves?
I accidentally somehow spilled the soup on Haziel because it was my first time like trying. I was like trying to spoon feed her, and then I don't know what happened, but like somehow in the process, some of the soup spilled on her. But I got it cleaned up, so
As
yeah.
long as there were no injuries, fine.
No, yeah.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen Kinsey yet, so I'm assuming they're sleeping it off.
Interesting.
Oh no, my battery's dying.
Not like this.
That's Mem in the background.
Yeah.
And you turn around
Mem.
and Finn's just unplugging the battery pack from the back of this automaton.
No.
I think Buck will serve himself some food, grab a cup of coffee, and it hasn't been mentioned yet, but has an automata brought Finn coffee yet?
Finn has stole a pot of the coffee and a cup.
Okay.
When she came down and saw the two having a staring contest, she took a whole pot, and so she's over in the corner with a pot and a cup. Yeah, Haziel's with the other one, and they're talking about onions.
You know, as you do.
As one does.
Yeah, as you do.
I mean, they have healing properties in this world. Why wouldn't you
Naturally.
talk about them?
Yeah, you're supposed to rub it in your open wounds.
The thing is, I don't
I
know if
feel
that's a lie or not.
In universe, it might not be.
I
You,
know.
you can use an onion to clean your grill. You're not supposed to use it to clean your wounds.
Yes.
Just some. Don't ask how I know that.
I won't.
Everyone makes choices.
I think Buck will then just sort of say to Zara as he sips his coffee, just be like, okay. We're all alive. Do you have any plans for today? Anything you gotta do?
I checked in with the blacksmith over at the Anvil's Echo yesterday, or I might have already mentioned this, but I got confirmed that I'm okay to use his workspace. So I was planning on after breakfast, just probably heading over there. I know we've got time before our next mission, so I was probably gonna work on your armor, start working on your armor, my weapons, and then I'm making some, also have another side project, which, it'll take time to get it all done, but I'm just probably just going to start on it today.
That sounds good. Could I book a little bit of time with, you, but the whole group? I won't speak to everyone, obviously. I have some things that I want to go over, some potential strategies for future
Oh yeah, I think
combat scenarios.
you mentioned the drills, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah. Yeah, just let me know when. If that's something we want to do right after breakfast or later in the day, doesn't matter to me.
We shouldn't do it right after. Do it a bit later, I guess.
Okay.
Do you know about the butterflies?
Meaning
I will take that
what?
as a no.
Meaning what specifically? May I know about butterflies?
Yeah, no, not what I meant. Okay. Last night, I was sort of tossing and turning, and when I looked over at you, I noticed that you were surrounded by ephemeral golden butterflies. 3 to be specific.
Oh, okay.
Not the reaction I expected.
Something that has felt a little. I mean, I guess I haven't seen any butterflies, I don't think, but something's felt a little bit off since we. Not in a bad way, but just like different. Like my magic's a little different. Since we got done with the Redwood Watch, so maybe it's something pertaining to that. I don't know.
Different how?
A little more. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. It's just, a little more powerful, but a little more. If I had to put a word to it, maybe. Maybe Fae?
Does Finn hear this?
Roll a perception check.
I'm not being quiet. So if you're sitting at the next, just saying.
Yes.
Okay, and Finn will immediately stand up and join the table with book and coffee pot. Can you describe what you mean when you say you feel your magic has shifted to Fae? That's fascinating.
I mean, it's like I haven't interacted with Fae a ton, but I have, as someone who is in the woods a lot, I've learned to avoid and identify things of Fae nature as necessary. And like, it just, I don't know, there's a little something there that wasn't there. But again, it could be something like, I haven't used it a ton since I felt this shift. But it hasn't necessarily. So yeah, it feels a little Fae, just a little sprinkle maybe of something.
I'm
but I
excited
haven't.
to see this manifest.
Me too. I haven't, to my knowledge, I haven't talked to any Fae or anything, so I don't think it's anything, it's nothing obvious and nothing malicious as far as I know. But but apparently, I don't know if you heard, Finn, but apparently I had some butterflies flying around my head last night while I was sleeping.
Interesting. If I may suggest, I would be more than happy to run a little bit of a sleep study tonight to see if additional interesting effects occur as account of this new magical tradition that you seem to be experiencing, whether voluntary or otherwise. I wonder if it's just going to be butterflies. Will something else happen? Will something happen to you? Is it potentially akin to wild, chaotic magic? Possibilities are endless.
It would be open to some sort of sleep study, yeah, if that is something. Yeah, I'm down.
Interesting.
The more, whatever it is specifically that's going on, if we can figure anything out about it, cool.
Fantastic. Haziel,
Yeah.
your bot, your automaton that you're talking to onions about, you guys are having a very nice in-depth conversation in like 1 to 2 syllable words at a time at most. Onion heal good. Onion heal good many times.
Yes.
Onion heal head and wound.
Yes. And I grab the onion and I rub it on the automaton like this.
Oh. It gets a little shiny wet spot a little bit. And you see a little oil tear fall out of his eye. Onion
Oh,
hurt eye.
No. I can heal out. Wait. Right. Maybe we rub more onion in it.
More onion, heal good, please.
Okay, and I rub more onion on it.
And now both of his eyes are crying from the onion tears.
No. Okay. What if okay, a long time ago, someone told me to rub some dirt in it when I got hurt. So let's go get you some dirt.
Dirt help eye wet.
Yes, we'll put dirt in your eyes.
Dirt in eyes. And then you guys
yes.
go outside together.
I just leave to go put dirt in their eyes.
You guys go outside and he just kind of like flops down and puts his face in the ground and starts like rubbing his head back and forth into the dirt. I don't think this works. This hurt more.
But does it hurt from onions or does it hurt from dirt?
Dirt hurt. Onion gone. His eyes aren't
see
crying.
then we
Onions
fixed the
anymore.
onion.
Yay! You rub dirt in it. Do help.
Yeah, I guess we fix the dirt. Let's go back inside. I have an idea.
Okay, his face is kind of like dusty and has a couple of scratches in it now. And he follows you back inside.
I'm gonna go to the table with Rel and Buck and Finn and be like, hey, this is my buddy. I was teaching him about dirt and then he hurt his eyes, so we rubbed some dirt in it. And I have another, I know how to fix dirt in the eyes. I just need something wet, and I see the coffee pot and I grab the coffee pot and I start pouring it on this poor automaton's eyes.
There's also water.
He is like, hot, very hot, but relaxing.
Yeah, the dirt pain is gone, right?
Dirt pain gone, eyes rejuvenated.
So see, the dirt beats the onion, and the liquid beats the dirt.
Dirt beats onion. Liquid beats dirt. Onion beats liquid.
I guess let's try it.
Yeah.
And I pull out the onion.
Onion dirt
Okay.
liquid is my
I
favorite
pull
game.
the onion and I rub it on the coffee area.
Yeah, and he starts crying again.
Oh no, we need more dirt. And
And you guys go back outside.
I just look at Relzarax. What? I contemplate the mysteries of the universe daily, and I have never been more baffled.
Wait, I need to write that down. Onion, dirt.
Can automatons feel pain?
I'm surprised the liquid didn't sort them out.
Well, they're
Maybe
steam
they're more-
powered, right? I thought we established they're steam powered. I thought.
Finn doesn't know anything because nobody would let her rip it open. Sad.
Yeah, they're steam.
Which
Fascinating.
probably still isn't good to pour coffee on it, but wouldn't short it out.
Interesting.
when we do inevitably come back in, I'm going to do the coffee gimmick again.
Okay.
And then afterwards, I'm going to look at it and be like, okay, So clearly, the only way to solve this problem is I have to keep you next to me at all times. So you're mine now. What's your name?
He's just
Tapper.
stuck in an now.
And I just like pick it up in my arms, and I'm like, this is mine now.
Haziel, a way to fix the liquid problem that doesn't involve onions would be a towel.
Or I just prestidigitate.
Oh, I dry.
Wait, Finn knows healing magic?
No. That is the one kind of magic I do not dabble in.
Oh,
Finn knows
I'm
how
still
to
keeping
fix
this.
things. I think Pansy would have a problem with that.
It's fine. It's fine. I have a plan for that.
I love this. I will support you in everything you need, Haziel. If you wish
Perfect.
to abscond with this little metal person.
Yes, that's my plan. What's abscond mean?
Take.
Cool.
I think it means to take scones, to have scones.
You want to have scones? Let's go. And I walk out the door with Tapper.
When you get like 10 feet down the street, Tapper itself, starts ringing like a fire alarm.
Oh, you're excited!
Interesting. An anti-theft alarm. That's good to know. Good to know.
I'm still like I'm just walking down the street with it to try to find scones.
Yeah, that's fine. Inside the three of you that are still in there, in the tavern, you hear also an alarm going off, in the back towards the kitchen, and Tansy comes out, and she's like, "What in tarnation? 1, 2, 3, 4. Where is Tapper?
Who's Tapper?
Tapper, the server automaton. We got Tapper, we got Mem. Did somebody take Tapper? He doesn't wander off.
Define
Yeah.
take.
I think Haziel mentioned going and getting scones. With
They don't-
him, with it, something.
Lord. All right. Mem? Mem comes up. Yes. Mem, you're in charge. Real quick, I gotta go run and go get Tapper real quick. She runs out of the building, and Mem turns around and stares at Rao. And Tansy goes and catches up. You guys only got like 50 feet down the road, and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing trying to steal my automatons? You can't take them out of the tavern."
No, we're getting scones. Do you want a scone? Do you want to come with? We can get scones.
They can't eat food.
He had coffee.
They don't have a digestion system.
I thought they were steam powered. Of course they have a kombucha engine.
They don't got kombucha or digestion. They have combustion. Now, do you promise to bring him back in the same condition that you found him?
Covered in onion and dirt?
Yeah, covered in onion and dirt.
Yeah. Do you want a scone?
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna charge you 1 scone to borrow him for the day, and I'm gonna turn his alarm off. But you gotta
Okay.
bring him back, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna be in big trouble.
Perfect. And then I go and I grab her by the wrist and I start walking towards wherever the
No,
fuck
no,
I
no.
think stones
I am
are.
not coming with you. I gotta go run the inn. You are taking Tapper. You two are going to the bakery. Go get some scones. He cannot eat them. And bring me a scone back, all right?
Okay. Tapper, do you know where
Okay.
the scones are? Do you know where the bakery
She
is?
fiddles with his back panel and he stops having his alarm go off. And she runs back into the tavern. Scone bakery.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you know where it is?
No. I have not left the tavern, and I don't know where I am.
Oh, so this is an adventure. What if I take you? Okay, let's go on a tour. I don't know the town, but we're gonna go on a tour.
Okay. Tour. Adventure. Exciting.
And the first thing that we're walking, and I see a building, and I'm like, and that's scenic building where
Whoa.
things
Ah.
happen.
Stuff?
Stuff. Stuff. Do you want to go see what stuff is in there?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go see. Hopefully this isn't a home invasion.
Go ahead and roll a luck check and we'll pop over to Ral and
Yeah.
Mem.
Finn is standing outside of the inn at this point, drinking coffee and watching this from afar.
I want my character sheet mode.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Mem is just staring at you. As he does.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just not. At this one, I'm just choosing not to pay attention to him.
Aw.
I mean,
It only takes about 5 minutes, and then Tansy comes back into the tavern, and tells Mem to go back to his other tab. Popping back over to Haziel and Tapper. You go to open the door, and it is locked.
Okay, what do we do?
He pulls out his finger and it turns into a set of keys.
Oh, okay. I like this. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
This is, this almost about being fired by my god. This is, maybe I should be a tour guide.
Oh, tour. All right, 18.
Oh no.
He needs an 18 because none of his keys actually fit any of these locks. It doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Should we go to the next place or try a window?
Oh. Do you think we'll get in trouble?
I mean, we haven't done anything to ever get in trouble here, so I think if we do, we can just be like, oh, we're sorry, we didn't know that, it was whatever, and then, city guards are notoriously nice, I've heard.
these ones
It's
are.
true. You're the tour guide. Tour
You're
guide.
right, I'm the tour guide. The city guard know me, and they, okay, let's go try the window.
We're gonna get kicked out of this town.
I'm so sorry.
Intentionally making the worst decision.
Go ahead
Finn
and
just walks inside, collects all the magical
Oh yeah,
items.
Finn saw them trying to open a door.
Oh yeah, Finn saw that and is like, good luck and Godspeed. Walks inside, gets the magical items from Rosarax and like all the loot, and goes upstairs to just start casting Identify while this is happening.
I think Rosarax will follow Finn upstairs then at that point because he's done eating.
Are you going to let either Finn or Buck know that they're trying to break into somebody's house?
If
Yeah,
that's true, what do I see? Maybe I'll roll a perception check to see what's going on.
You were watching them, so they didn't get that far. They only got about 3 or 4 houses down, so you can see them in plain sight, and you went out to go watch. So you see them walk up to a unmarked, casual-looking, like regular person-looking house. They tried to unlock the door with Mem's fingers, and now they are talking to each other, looking at a window.
Okay, in that case, then
Wait. Mem or Tapper?
Tapper, sorry.
and my approach then. Haziel,
Yeah, oh, are you going on tour too?
what are we touring?
The buildings. This one is the scenic building.
Stuff.
Yeah, stuff.
Interesting. Do you know what kind of building this is?
Nope. Wood.
Usually, it's better to know what law you're breaking before you break the law.
What law would we be breaking here?
From what I can tell, does this look like a private residence, basically? This is somebody's home. Their private abode. If it was open to the public, the door would be unlocked. I'm assuming because you were jamming this automaton's fingers in the keyhole, that it is not unlocked.
It is locked, but... And I stop for a minute, and I'm like, and genuinely this just comes from a place of not being good, but like mentally, but wanting company, hence stealing Tapper. But they're just like, but you saw that it can do things with its fingers, like become keys. Doesn't that interest you?
Yes. I also saw Tansy fiddle with the back of the automaton, and she somehow disabled the alarm, which is incredibly interesting to me. In fact, it's much more interesting than breaking into somebody's home and violating their trust. I would much rather break into this automaton.
Okay, so what if
Personally.
we take him on a tour of the city, and then we be robot doctors? Do you know where the scones are?
I'm certain I could find some scones.
Then
Can I get a sense of if Haziel would actually be able to keep a secret or not? Can I do like an insight check or something?
Sure.
Because I don't know her that well. I don't know her like that. So I need to know when I'm 17.
Haziel, can you keep a secret?
For the most part, if someone says keep it a secret, she'll keep it a secret. But if someone like came up and was like, hey, you can keep a secret, right? She'd be like, oh yeah, I'm really good at keeping secrets. Like one time my friend, and then explain a secret and then just be like, oh wait.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Listen, Haziel, normally I would happily take you up on that offer. However, I would not wish to anger the proprietor of the establishment that we are currently staying at. Although, she did talk down to me the other day. No. I cannot make you complicit in this action. Another
I'll
time.
be No. I'll be complicit. I don't even know what that means.
Complicit. Comply.
Yeah, I'll comply. Sure.
Let me ask you a different question, Haziel.
Okay.
If it came down to lying to cover up something that is being done, or staying true to the morals of your god,
Oh,
which would you do?
lying because I don't have a god.
Is the automaton reacting at all when we talk about like opening him up or anything? Is he just chilling?
No, not really. He's not really computing much of anything that's going on. Haziel, are you still holding him?
Yes.
Yeah, no, he's just kind of like moving his head back and forth and watching you as you talk at him, about him, in front of him.
I want to do this so bad, but I know it's not good. Can I would like to roll a d20 to see how bad Finn is going to be today, because I'm right on the cusp. And I think above a 10, cooler heads prevail.
Okay.
Below a 10, or like 10 or below, I think Finn has realized a way for her to unwind.
I would like to remind you, you can, but I would like to remind you that most innkeeps and tavern owners are well prepared to defend their property if needed.
True. No,
If
Haziel,
you are level 3.
yeah, Haziel, now is not the time, but the time may come. And in fact, I have a counter offer
Okay.
I would like to give you. Rather than messing around with this automaton, I had an idea. I heard that you lost your powers.
Yeah, I got fired.
I want to pitch you an idea of a way we can try to get around the unfortunate decisions that your god has made. There's no guarantee it will succeed. Things could go very, very wrong. It could be fun though.
I like fun. Do we get to keep Tapper? Not like forever, but but
Probably not
Adventure!
in the room. While it's
adventure.
Adventure!
He's so convincing.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if he actually has any kind of like self-realization or soul of any kind, or if it's purely just like a program? 19.
He does not have a soul like a being does. It is more of just a program that Tansy has given each one of these guys a little personality. You could think of them in our world as like a AI, basically.
Mhm.
He knows what he's supposed to do. He's got a very low intelligence. It did take a lot of work to make him. They're not easy to make at all. But it does not have a soul like an animal or a person or a god or anything like that. It is just mechanics and like science, arcana science.
Got it. Okay. I mean, Haziel, if you want to hold on to him, you can. Unfortunately, most of what he's saying is either a pre-programmed response or responses that are available to him to use. He is not necessarily a individually thinking and feeling being.
I look down at him and I'm like, wait, buddy, no, right? You know everything that we've been, right?
Yeah, onions, beet,
Onions?
coffee, onion beet coffee, coffee beet dirt, dirt beet onion.
See?
Got it. Well, if you wish to stay as companions, I guess, who am I to stop you? I'm sure Tansy will have something to say about that. But there are better ways to spend your time rather than talking to a tin can that has 4 rote responses.
Okay.
I'm made
let's do
out
fun.
of copper.
So sorry. A copper can.
Oh.
Oh.
It's not real, Haziel. It's a pre-programmed response to engender a particular emotional response, so you feel some kind of attachment, because in this establishment, I am certain Tansy is thinking about the best ways to make guests feel engaged and at home, and having her little automatons have a smidgen of a personality probably lets that happen.
What?
What he's feeling is not real.
Oh. Wait, does that mean that the tour isn't?
Tour! Stuff! Adventure!
How about this? Why don't we put the copper can back at the inn, and then you can take me on a tour?
I'm in.
Wonderful. So we will go deliver the copper can back to its home. And then I will follow Haziel for the next couple hours on whatever tour she decides.
I'm literally just pointing at buildings and going, "This is scenic place."
And I will
if it's
keep
like
an
a
eye
store,
out for scones.
if it's like a store, I'm gonna run in and be like, "Hey, what do you guys? What is this place?" And then come out and be like, "Ah, yes, the haberdasher."
Do you know what a haberdasher
Hats.
does?
No, they
They make
have.
hats.
Indeed they do. They hab for hats.
They have for hats.
With lovely happy music playing along in the background, we fade away and it is time for intermission.
Please fade away.
All right, as you guys
Oh.
have for hats, don't forget to go get a drink and have a little snickety snack, maybe do a little stretch. And we will see you guys in about some minutes. See you soon.
Mine.
Hello. We are cutting over to our fantastic fellas, our fantastic fellas, and they they are Ral and Buck are walking towards the smithy while Kenzie is starting to become functional again. The headache is finally starting to go away. And Haziel and Finn are wandering around town looking at people's houses and some shops. We're going to start with Kenzie.
She's very grumbly. every movement is accompanied by some kind of grunt of displeasure. But she will get out of bed and make her way down. It's a little late. She'll see if there's any food left. Probably avoid it. Just drink some water. See who's around.
As you stumble downstairs, there is some of the automatons going around doing things. Stirrer has just started working on tonight's pot of stew. He's a little fatter looking automaton. He's only about 1.5 feet tall and very round. Think of like a little cauldron, basically stirring a cauldron of stew. And then Mem is no longer staring at Rao. He is standing next to the counter waiting for the next person to come and need service. Bellows is working on the fire, and Sweeps is running around cleaning up what looks to most likely be your party's leftover food.
I'll go snag some before I could take it all away. Is there any of the party left?
Nobody's here.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, I don't know where anyone is. I'll take some scraps and go back to fucking bed. Lay down. Pillow over my ears. No one told me where they were going. I'm not gonna walk around hungover and try to find them. Buck says if you're lost, you stay in place so that other people can find you.
Absolutely. Damn straight. Well done.
I believe a tray of food was left in Kinsey and Haziel's room when it was.
There was a
brought
tray
up
of
this
food
morning.
in the room as well. Downstairs, from the scraps that are left, there is a couple of there's a little bit of coffee left in the pot. There is some waffles left over, and there is the onion sitting on the table. Go ahead and make a medicine check, or just a medicine check to see if you remember that onions actually do have healing properties. It's a 10.
The most important fact of the campaign.
You
Yeah.
do not remember
onions.
if onions have healing properties or not.
I can't do anything too strong right now. I'm avoiding the onion.
Okay. You head back upstairs and have a little me day to nurse that hangover. Finn! You and Haziel are finishing up your tour of town. You've seen a church, you've seen some houses, you walked down a mysterious alley that did have a bookstore. You were thinking about coming and visiting that again later. You saw the path up to Elidor's house. She was very talkative during this one because that was like the one thing that she knew where it was. And you were able to make your way back to the tavern.
Great.
And
So, I will turn to Haziel. I think this is the last stop of our tour.
Yes, it's the tavern.
Perfect. Well, this has been delightful. I'm going to go inside now and sit in a room by myself and do some magic. My offer is still on the table if at any point you want to try some fun experimentation later on.
Like science, right?
Oh, yes.
Then I'm in.
Beautiful. Also, Elidor told me about this cafe. The name is escaping me, but I'm sure I'll remember it later on. Would you have any interest in visiting that tonight with me? I was also going to ask Kinsey as well.
Yeah, I like cafes.
Wonderful. Well, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to start picking up all of the artifacts that were just on the table. And we'll give a little bow and we'll head upstairs to quickly knock on Kinsey's door.
She grumbles.
May I come in?
Sure. What?
I'll open the I'll open the door, and I assume it's like curtains closed, fully dark, like lights
Under
off
all the
type of
blankets,
vibe.
multiple pillows over her head, barely peeking out.
Okay. You seem unwell, but I came to ask if you had plans this evening, although I am rapidly recalibrating that ask given what I'm seeing here.
I think I'll feel better in a couple hours. I just need a little bit more dark and quiet. Just a little bit more.
Then I shall leave you. Haziel and I were going to check out an establishment in town later this evening, and I wanted to ask if you wish to join.
What kind of establishment?
I have no idea. Master Elidor simply mentioned that we may find it interesting.
Okay. But later.
Yes, not now. I have, and Finn sort of like gestures to the crap in her arms. I have magic to do. But I hope you feel better about light in a few hours.
If you're checking out magic stuff, will you check out if my music box is magic?
Oh, of course. I will add that to the top of my pile of shit.
Thank you.
Rest well. And I will shut the door and go to my room and cast a million
Quietly.
ritual identifies. So quiet.
Quietly. All right.
Up in the distance, when Finn says, "I hope you feel better about light soon," Bellic here just like feels his ears burn a little bit.
Finn shudders and walks into her room.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of stuff that you are looking at. You've cast Identify. What does your ritual for Identify look like?
I think Finn will create a ritual circle on the ground with some white chalk. She basically, the ritual circle pulses with a faint purple glow, and she will transfer each object individually into the center of the circle. And for basically 10 minutes, she's doing the verbal somatic components with the pearl in front of her. And her eyes go purple. And she's basically just like meditating for 10 minutes. And then the arcane nature of the object in front of her reveals itself.
Cool. What do you want to look at first? You want me to just go down the list? Which would be more preferred?
I think I'll start with the things that we got from the Dragon Cave. And then,
Okay.
So like the orb for sure. Yeah, everything we got in the cave. And then if I have time, aka I'm not interrupted, then I'll turn my attention to the music box and then Relzorax's items.
Okay. So the Jade Orb of Stygia. This orb is an infernal pact keeper, and it is a magical contract that is solidified in a physical object. It is dormant but active. The contract is fulfilled but not terminated. And since the connection is still open, then the dragon's horde and lineage is still tethered to the hells.
The dragon's lineage. Interesting. So this contract is tethered to assuming this green dragon line, or do I not know?
You do know that it is a contract between Sunset is Nigh and one of a demon, a devil that lives in Stygia. If you want to give me
Whoa.
a religion check, for information, like what part of hell Stygia is.
Yes.
Am I saying that name right, Kree?
Yeah.
Cool.
20.
Yeah. Stygia is the fifth hell. It's the frozen, miserable plane of ice and betrayal. And this object is a direct line to a powerful devil that lives there.
And do I get the sense that this object would allow me to communicate with this devil, or at the very can he see what we're doing through the orb, or is it just more of like a token representing the deal?
It is a token representing the deal, but it also is a connection to the devil that the contract was made with. So there is a very real possibility that he could be contacted in some way with this orb.
Understood. I will put that to the side.
What's next? We got like the music box, the weapon rack, your crystal lens.
Crystal lens, I believe I already identified in a previous episode.
Okay. It reveals layers of intent in history.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although if I am misremembering and I didn't actually do it, we can just say I identified it now.
It is reveals layers of intent in history on written text. It's requires specific conditions to activate. When you use it to read a text that's written with strong intentions, like passionate or desperation, you can do an investigation check, and then you could see further into the writing beyond what is just written in ink.
Cool. And then yeah, we can just kind of run down the other items.
Cool. The balance scales that is in your room with you, you have your grounding stone that you guys had a little bit of information on just out of process of elimination. With the identify spell, you see that it can change colors based on intention, and basically it's confirming what you guys saw in your observation out in the wild. It can change colors based on intentions, grief, loss, slightly nefarious intentions glow a indigo-ish color, whereas something that is joyous or happy or mirth is sparkly and green and happy colors.
Got it.
Moving down to Kree's music box, Kenzie's music box. It is a melody that has been used in the past to calm beasts. So it has been used to give advantage on persuasion and animal handling checks against dragon kind. And if you use it in a ritual, you can use it in a ritual to communicate with dormant dragon spirits. The weapon rack and bow stand is made out of ironwood. And you find out with the identify ritual that it has a memory effect to it. So if the weapon that it holds deals a killing blow on a significant monster, the stand will, for the next 24 hours, grant this bow, a +1 bonus to damage rolls against creatures of the same type. If he uses that to store the weapon.
And is that as long as the weapon was used to kill the thing, does he then have to like put it
Yeah.
back on the stand to trigger that effect?
Yes.
Or is it just
So
okay.
it would be the creature that he killed last before he stores the bow.
Got it.
So if the last creature that you killed was a goblin, then you have +1 to goblins for the next 24 hours if you stored the bow.
Got it. Okay.
What qualifies as significant?
Significant would be like a unique creature. So Marlissa would have been a significant creature. We're gonna call it basically anybody that is a named NPC or the Tarask that may or may have not come into the town.
Okay, well, I don't think killing. I mean, if we have to fight 2 Tarasks, I don't think +1 damage is going to help with the second one if we kill the first one. but,
You never know. Every
You
little
never
bit
know.
helps.
yeah.
Be surprised.
Uh,
The only hit point that matters is the last one.
Mhm.
And that's only for the bow, correct? That effect?
The bow, or if you store a sword on it, it's the bow and the weapon rack itself.
Okay. So any weapon that I deal a killing blow to a significant monster with that I store there, or one weapon,
Yes, one weapon.
will get. If I store
1
it within
damage.
24 hours or after I store it for the next 24 hours?
For the next 24 hours after it's
Okay.
stored.
And then that charge is used up, I assume?
Yeah,
Effectively?
it only lasts for the 24 hours. No. This it keeps happening. Like
No, but,
it's
like, if I, like, I'm assuming, if I, since I killed Marlissa, right? Can
Once
I
a day.
store it?
yeah.
So I can store it and then, like, I have +1 damage against E1T. And then the next day, restore it, still have +1 damage against E1T, or I can only do it for Marlissa once?
Marlissa once. It's
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought.
yeah.
Okay.
Once
Cool.
you use that significant, like killed a big baddie,
Yeah.
store it. The next 24 hours after that, it has the plus, and then
Okay.
you have to wait until you kill another significant for it to work again. For the minor things, they're not anything crazy. You have a bottle of Dust of Disappearance, which when you utilize this, you can throw the dust into the air, and you and each creature and object within 10 feet of you have invisibility for 2d4 minutes.
Nice.
All right. Keegan's Cogue Tom's ointment. It contains 1d4 plus 1 doses of an aloe. You can swallow 1 dose or apply it to a creature within 5 feet of you. It regains 2d8 plus 2 hit points and no longer is poisoned. And you have a potion of Hill Giant Strength, which changes your strength score to 21 for 1 hour. And I believe that is all of the goodies that I've given you.
Yep.
That you have, because I'm assuming you don't have the Dragon Slayer sword.
No.
And you did not grab the heated blanket out of the other bedroom.
Nope.
Okay.
Cool.
Would you I think before the conversation, Buck would have asked you to identify the oil and whetstone as well for him, if Finn would still like to do that.
Yeah, if you had earlier at breakfast when I asked for the stuff, if you had piled that onto the pile, then I would have.
Yeah.
I would have done it.
He would have.
Yeah, so the oil leaves a resonant layer on the metal, and the next time that a divine smite connects with an undead or a fiend, you can amplify the power, and it adds an additional d4 to that smite. But you only have enough oil in there for like one use. And then
Just quickly, there's only enough for one use. Is
Yeah.
that something that would be like applied at the start of the day and then I could choose when to fire it? Or is it the next time, once I've applied it, the next time I smite on an undead or a fiend, it will do the extra d4?
you can choose when it's on there.
Is
Basically, like if you put it on there when you go to smite something, you feel the potential to have a little bit of extra power. Do you choose to lean into that or no?
there a limit to how far in advance it can be applied, or is it like a same day kind of thing, or like same combat kind of thing?
That is going to be a 24-hour thing. So same day.
Okay.
The whetstone, when it's used to sharpen metals of any kind, it hums. And hums at a frequency that will heal 1d8. It has
of damage, I'm assuming. 1d8 of damage.
1d8 of damage to the person who is using it. And it has 10 uses in it with the ability to recharge at the end of the night. Roll a d10.
And how long do you have to be using it to get the heal benefit?
I don't know how long normal whetstones are used. So, however long that is.
So it's not like an action thing. Essentially, you'd have to sit down and use it for a little bit.
Yeah, you got to sit and use it and actually take the time to sharpen your weapon.
Okay. Great. So I will write up little notes detailing the uses of all of these items, and I will deposit the whetstone and the oil back in Relzorax and Buckthorn's room, just like literally right on the inside of the door. I will give Kinsey back her music box, but I'll just like very gently open the door, put it on the desk, close the door, not make much of a fuss of it.
Quietly.
Yes. Oh yeah, and also obviously put back the weapon rack and bow stand. And then the other items that we got from the horde, I will keep on myself for now.
Cool. We are going to switch over to the boys. You guys have made it to the smithy.
Okay. Well, we will have grabbed scales, bones, and varying supplies that we had procured for this purpose from our room before we headed over here. And then, yeah, walk in. And it was... Yeah.
Hey there, how y'all doing today? You ready to get to work, kiddo?
Yeah. I'm assuming I'm talking to Boren right now.
In the flesh.
Yeah, ready to get going. Buckthorn here is gonna help me work on some armor for him, and then I've got a couple weapons I'm gonna be working on, and should be interested to see how the results turn out.
Okay, have you ever worked with dragon scales before? Or bones?
I've worked with bones, yes, several times. I have not worked with dragon scales as of yet. I mean, I have mine, but I mean, you know.
Yeah, you can't really
Yeah.
make stuff out of dragonborn scales. They're not quite as big,
Yeah.
you know.
Or as sturdy by any means.
Yeah, I mean, they're great and everything, but
Yeah, I agreed. But yeah. So we should be, I mean, anything specific I need to know about the layout? I mean, we're gonna be respectful, leaving it as good as it was when we got here, you know, taking care of your equipment. But anything specific I need to know about your setup, or should be fairly standard?
it's pretty standard. Luckily my forge does run a little bit hot, so you don't have to keep the metal in as long, which is really nice, being able to get stuff done quicker than the usual amount of time. I'm thinking that you guys are going to be able to get your stuff finished in like 10, 11 days instead of the usual 14 if you really work at it. You know, there's the fire and the coals are right there. We've got a couple of different quelching barrels and tubs, different lengths and stuff. That way you don't have to worry about hitting your metal off on the side. Assortment of hammers is going to be over there on the wall, and we've got some wire brushes and all of that, everything that you're going to need. Yeah, pretty standard setup. If you don't know where anything is or you can't see it, you can just go ahead. You can ask me. You can ask Lily. She knows basically where everything is at now. But yeah, have at it.
Perfect. Thank you very much. At some point, do you happen to have a spare, like a currently empty quenching barrel? Or would it be possible to empty one? Because I do intend to quench some of the materials in a unique liquid that was gathered during our travels.
I don't have an empty one now. Does it need to be made out of any, like... What are we quenching in? That way I can make sure the material the barrel's made out of is...
I'll pull out, like, the corrupted water that I had gathered from the stream. This is, like, acidic / corrosive. So if it was some sort of metal container, that would be adequate. Or you know,
sword length, or are we just like shallow?
Sword length. So it doesn't need to be super wide, but long enough to fit a blade in.
Long and tall. Okay, yeah, I'll see what I can do. If anything, I can make you one up.
I would appreciate that.
Out of some scraps and just kind of like fuse those together. That's probably doable. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We probably won't get to that stage anytime soon, but you know, so no, not a huge rush, but thank you for the assistance.
Anytime. And he kind of like goes off into an area with a bunch of different like metal sheets and gets out a piece of parchment and starts writing down some notes.
Okay. Then yeah, like I kind of had described. So obviously, I mean, I've already subtracted all the gold for I've subtracted the gold cost for the things that I'm making for myself. I assume Buck has already done so for the things that we're making for him too. So I assume we're just getting those materials from him and then just using the stuff we have supplementary. So, but like I described, putting some of the dragon bones in with the coals to kind of burn the essence into the metal as we're, heating it. The scales are imbued in the armor, et cetera, as we're going through things.
Yeah. So you start off today, in the beginning, it's mostly just like gathering all your materials, making sure that we have everything lined up. You and Buck are talking about like, oh, well, if we scorch it this way, then, you probably get a couple more properties. But if we scorch it at a like slightly higher temperature, we might be able to get more, but we don't want to go too high because we don't want to like burn or overheat it. You talk about different plans of action, come up with everything that you think that you're gonna need to do, prep your metals and your bones and your scales, and it takes you the better part of a day. You guys are there for hours prepping these and getting ready to go for your weapon making montage that will happen soon.
Okay.
All right.
So that finishes up. Unless there is something that you would like to talk about while we work.
I think, given the nature of the task at hand, like if Buckthorn tries to strike up a conversation, Ralzrex will participate, but Ralzrex is going to be focused on the work and like making sure that things are done. Like, this is something that he does, like this is one of his specialties, so he's very focused on the task at hand, so he won't necessarily strike up a conversation, just to make sure that things don't get messed up, but he will respond if one is brought up.
I think Buck is in a very similar but also a little bit different position in that this isn't his specialty. He is here to support Zara, but will effectively keep his mouth shut so he can learn.
Okay.
Like, he's very much treating this like a learning experience.
Okay. And Ralzrex will talk through things like step by step as needed to for instruction and teaching, but as far as small talk or other conversation, probably won't go that route.
Once that finishes up, thanks, Zara, for the lesson.
Yeah.
Just be like, I have to go. I have to go deal with something. Deeply enjoyed this. Get to do it again soon.
And yeah, this is going to be several days worth of work, so yeah, thank you for the assistance, and more than happy to talk you through it.
Couldn't think of a better place.
Yeah. Good luck with the thing you need to go and do.
Thanks. I'm gonna need it. Buck's gonna head back, and he's gonna go try and find Finn.
Yeah, head back to the tavern inn, the Rusty Dragon Inn. You get back in. Finn has taken better part of like 3 hours at least to go through this list of items and make sure they're back in the right spot. She kind of like hung out, and you go upstairs. She's in her room writing a 20-page report on these items that she spent a few hours identifying.
Yeah, well, it depends on what time it is. If it's still earlier in the evening, then I would be in the inn. If it's like, if sunset has happened and it's close to like towards like evening time, I might actually be pulling Haziel and Kinsey out the door.
It's about 5 o'clock, so not quite dark
Gotcha.
enough yet to go to the cafe.
Cool.
Just gonna knock on the door and be like, "Hey, it's me, Puck."
Come in.
So I just love your face. Just full method. I just go. You okay?
Are you in the room at this point?
Yeah, I will have stepped in.
Gotcha. She is at her writing desk, hands covered in ink, parchment kind of strewn around the table, chalk ritual circles still on the floor from her identify. And she doesn't turn to you as you come in. Yes, I'm fine. And yourself?
No, and it doesn't have to be now, but I want to talk to you.
She'll put down the quill. About what?
Yesterday. Would you like to talk now, or would you like to talk another time?
At the very least, you can talk. I will decide if I want to talk after.
That's fair. Firstly, I know I apologized yesterday, but allow me to do it again. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have entered your room. It was a violation of boundaries and I shouldn't have done it. I let my emotions get the better of me. Secondly, I want to ask you a question about something I noticed. Before I do that, I want to explain something to you. You asked me yesterday, am I your teacher or your colleague? I am your colleague. But much like all of my colleagues, I expect them to check me and to teach me. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. If you would prefer that I stop doing that for you, I can, though I know that's not what you're saying. I wanted to put that offer out there. But to treat you as a colleague, I have to be honest with you. I'm not okay, Finn. I'm really, really not okay. I found out yesterday that the one thing that brought me peace, that my fiancé had found theirs, was a lie. That was taken from me. Now, to be clear in what I'm saying, that does not justify my action, and that is not something that you need to be concerned about. But that is an explanation as to I'm not okay. Thirdly, you asked me, what am I running from? And in the moment, I didn't know what to say. I've never been asked something that direct before. At least not in a long time. She went, what? It's a stupid response. Let me lay out what I'm running away from. Before you knew me, before the Bastion, before Maria, I was a different man. I said on the first day, when we all got to the area of Lost Scales, that I've done things that some people would look at me as a monster for. What I neglected to include is that I agree. I said yesterday that you would never find peace unless you stopped looking for thieves in the night, and I knew that because I was still looking, but that's not quite true. It is, in that I'm still looking, but not for thieves. I haven't got much for them to take. Now I lock my doors, and when I have the chance I bar my windows, not because I'm looking for thieves, but because I'm waiting for vengeful orphans of parents that went missing and will never come home. That's what I'm running from. Not from the vengeful orphans, but from the man that made them. All of this restraint is in an effort to be a better person. And all of this time I have spent trying to guide, teach. It's all dedicated to people not making those same mistakes. Now I put that man to bed. I put him to bed after I met Maria. And when she died, he stirred. And I found that I was able to lull him back to rest, knowing that she had found her peace. And yesterday I was informed that she has not. The lullabies are becoming less and less effective. The only thing that really pulled me from that place, from him, was the connections that I built. That's why I harp on so much about them. I have done things that I will never forgive myself for. I have bore witness to suffering that will never be contained in a book. And I'm running because I'm scared. I'm scared because I don't have a way of dealing with this. So that's what I'm running from. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you about sort of relates to that. When I walked in this room yesterday, I saw your face. I was expecting anger, sadness, disappointment, all of which would be valid, but that's not what I saw, Finn. I saw fear. And I'm so incredibly sorry that I have made you feel that way. Genuinely and wholeheartedly. But separate to that, why were you afraid? What were you afraid of?
I come from a place that spins the story that it is built on a meritocracy. If you work hard enough, if you try hard enough, if you're smart enough, you will be rewarded. That was the lie I had been fed since I was a child. When it was my turn to join the university, I quickly learned the depth of that fallacy. I am nothing without my work. And there are dozens of small-minded, dirty hand grubbing people at that place who have everything else in the world except my mind. Unfortunately, there are ways to take that work and make it their own. I did not protect my intellectual property well enough. People stole what was not theirs. And I took that for what it was, a learning experience. I needed to do better. I needed to be better. And so now I have systems. I have ways to protect against that sort of thing. I have experienced so many schemes, so many, in some cases, truly simple attempts to take what is mine. But there are some who are smarter, more cunning. And each time I hit one of those bumps in the road, I learn. The reason you saw fear yesterday is that this is the first time in my life that there are people who can be used against me effectively. This was a blind spot that I did not anticipate and was rudely realized last evening. And now I know. And now I need to be better. I need to be smarter. And then I will continue my work, and one day I will be able to look at all of those people who kept trying to take what was mine and prove without a doubt that I am better. I appreciate your apology. And I know I said it yesterday. It seemed my assumption about you not caring was incorrect. And I am sorry for saying that.
I appreciate that too. I mean, you don't have anything to apologize for, Book. But I appreciate it regardless. How much do you know about paladins?
Only that they follow an oath and often get by using their charisma to sell snake oil.
Fair. Clearly we have a bad name. Well, the charisma aspect is a little bit of a misnomer. We do have an oath. We don't access magic through the manipulation of the weave. We don't access magic through God or a patron or nature. We access magic through sheer force of will. Dedication to an oath. As you develop as a paladin, you refine that oath, its tenets. One of my tenets is to take care of people. Your research is clearly an extension of who you are. Meaning it is an extension of you. Meaning I am literally oath-bound to help protect it. If at any point you feel as though it is threatened by any force, tell me and I will do everything in my power to make it go away. Now, I've made that offer in sincerity, but understand that it is optional. If you want that help, it's there. If you don't, I get it. But when or if you feel comfortable, looking back at what you said about me having an entire lack of curiosity, you might be right in some regard. So, if or when you feel comfortable, I'd love to know about your research. As much as you're comfortable telling me.
I think there may be a more relevant topic that we could discuss at some point, and I'll just gesture to a stack of books on my desk that were the Soul Gem books that I took from Elidor's library. I'm doing research.
Buck does everything that he can to hide the immeasurable happiness that he sees from that, and I don't think he's doing a good job. I think it is a huge smile that he is attempting to stifle that is not working. And I think he just goes, I agree. I would love to discuss that sometime.
I see the value in what you said about colleagues checking each other. Now that I understand what sort of place that comes from, I am not opposed. If I may try that out for a moment. When you said you put your old self to bed, it sounds like you did not put him to bed. You locked him in a room where he waited. And I think that is the difference between you and me in some ways. If to use a metaphor, I suppose, if one is an alcoholic, you are the sort to never walk into a bar again. Whereas for me, I will sit at the bar and hold a drink in my hand and not look away. I do not think there's a right or wrong way to handle these sorts of desires or seductive things that call out to us. But it seems that locking him in the room, will not solve the problem.
Thank you. It would have taken a while for me to see.
And for what it's worth, I'm not scared of you.
That's very good to know. Thanks.
Well, if that is
Scared
all,
of you either.
I appreciate that.
There is one more thing that I think you will find interesting on an intellectual level. But I need your help. I understand that it's, it might not be the time, you might be busy. I'm happy to just leave it with you. I think I have figured out a way to manipulate physics itself.
Say more. And I think we end scene.
Yeah, I was about to say, fade to black.
Buck and Finn have a preliminary physics discussion. As the sun starts to set in the evening sky, Finn pulls herself away from the books and the reading and the studies to go and find Haziel and Kenzie because Elidor told her about this cool cafe called the Firefox Cafe. Obviously, we should go check that out.
Yep. And real quick, how much money did we each get from the Dragon's Hoard?
Okay, so the Dragon's Hoard total, in addition to the money that Elidor gave us afterwards, assuming we sold the stuff that is only worth of being valuable, we each should have ended up with 202 gold, 654 silver,
Jesus.
1,310 copper.
Okay. Cool.
I will type that in the chat.
So yeah, I will find Haziel and Kinsey wherever they may be.
All right, you see Haziel and Kinsey. You hear when you step out of your room, you hear whispers coming out of Haziel and Kinsey's room. Um, Not discernible in any way, but it is both of them talking. And you go ahead and knock on the door.
Haziel? Kinsey? Are you in there?
Hi. Yep. Hi. I'm feeling a lot better.
May I come in?
Yeah.
Okay, I will open the door. So I had asked earlier if you wanted to go to the cafe. Are you still interested?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Incredible. Haziel, I actually believe we passed the cafe on our tour earlier. So thankfully we know how to get there.
Yes, in the alley.
Yes. Shall we?
Yes.
As you approach the Firefox Cafe, under the soft crimson glow of the willowless lantern, the light paints the cobblestones in shades of wine and velvet. The front door is usually invitingly ajar, is now firmly closed. A small, tasteful brass plaque beside it reads, "By appointment only, discretion assured."
Oh. Elidor didn't mention anything about needing to take appointments.
For the cafe?
Shall we go inside and see if we can be seated?
Yeah.
Must be fancy.
We could ask nicely.
Do you knock on the door?
I looked at Kinsey, actually. You have a way with words that neither Haziel nor I do. Would you mind being the point person?
Yeah, sure. I can do that. I'm good at that.
Does Kinsey
I
knock
knock.
on the door? Okay. The knock is not answered by just a regular worker, but it is answered by a tall tiefling woman. She opens the door just enough to reveal her elegant silhouette, framed by the warm, intimate light within. Her amber eyes look at the three of you with a single comprehensive glance. A knowing, not unkind smile touches her lips. Ah, and the apprentices of the curious scholar. Unexpected, but not unwelcome. Please enter.
Yeah, no, that's us. Yeah, we're gonna enter.
She opens the door and lets you guys come in. There are empty armchairs, and there is a fire in the hearth. It's low, casting deep dancing shadows against the walls. The air is thick with the scent of sandalwood, aged brandy, and something unnameably alluring. Soft instrumental music is playing, a slow, complex harp piece, and it drifts from somewhere unseen. You do not see anybody actually playing music. She leads you not into the common area with the armchairs, but into a second room behind the books and the cafe part goes through. And the hearth rooms are for private communion. I can suit you up with a talent that is situated for your particular tastes, individually or as a group. Completely up to you. We also have a bar further in the back for drinking and mingling and enjoyment.
Like a chef? A talent?
A talent, yeah. Talent?
There's a bartender. We don't really have a chef per se. There's some snacks and some treats.
I see. Perhaps we shall make our way to the bar, I suppose. And of course, whatever we would do, it's as a group. That's why we came here.
Oh, well, that is just lovely to hear. You know, lots of surprises with you guys coming in tonight. To the bar. This is... Why did you, how did you find our little spot? We are a little bit out of the ways.
Elidor said we
was
should
you
come
talking
here.
to the local... Elidor sent you. Wow. Wow. This is... You will have so much fun. Fantastic. She leads you further into the hallway. As you pass, there's room doors. They're all shut. They all have do not disturb signs on them. Minus a few where they do not have signs. What are your guys' passive perception?
Bad.
I believe I have a 17.
Perception is 11.
Has
If
you got
memory
17?
I'm pretty sure it's 17, but let me make sure once my sheet
The
loads
one
sometime
person
this
who won't
century.
know what's happening and they can hear.
Yeah.
9.
Is, do you mind taking a look
It's
for me?
15. It's 15. Okay, so Pin and Kinsey, you guys are just following, and you hear the harp music. The harp music's very alluring. It's very peaceful, and it's almost also energizing in a way. But that's what you hear. You hear the nice music, and you're like, oh, this is super relaxing vibes for
I'm figuring
after
out how to
hours
play it.
cafe.
In my head. Like, in my head. I'm
Yeah,
playing it.
paying attention to actually play it.
Memorizing it, yeah.
Haziel, you hear sighs and murmuring coming from some rooms. Another room you pass, you hear whimpers of pain and smacks with what sounds to be like leather. You pass another room where it's somebody that's just like crying uncontrollably. In each room you pass, the sounds are all a little bit different, but also the same. Very confusing.
I'm gonna. I have to just. let me. I'm gonna roll insight.
Yeah.
What did I roll?
You got a 9 total.
Sick. Okay. I heard someone crying, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, that's immediate concern. I'm gonna walk towards the door and kind of like slowly turn the handle.
Okay, you go to turn the handle, it's locked, but as soon as you touch it, the tiefling turns around and she's like, oh no, dear. He'll be okay. It's why he came here. He's taking some time to get in touch with his inner feelings. You know? He'll be okay.
Wait, so that's what the cafe's for, is dealing with like your feelings?
Some of the services that we offer about dealing with inner feelings and talking to people in rooms that have no eyes or ears, and they can be truthful about what's going on. But that's not our only service. We have many, many varieties.
Like scones.
Yes, like scones. Or like onions. Different layers, different flavors. Something for everybody.
I want a room.
Okay, for sure. Do you have a preference in your taste?
Scones.
Oh, you guys said that you were doing everything together. So you would like a room for the group of you, or you would like a room for yourself?
I want to go and deal with my feelings.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there a menu, perhaps? I'm assuming this is some sort of spa situation.
Yeah. There's a menu perchance. She's still walking down the hallway. You guys get to the end and she pulls back a red velvety curtain that is leading into the bar room. As you guys step into the bar room, there are tables, there's a murmur of people around. You see the bar, which is directly in front of you, and then you look to your left and there is a stage with a pole. And currently there is a tiefling man dancing around said pole. He's wearing nothing except for a leather harness.
Oh, it's a
and-
strip club.
What?
I see now. I see. I see
Is
too
that his
much,
dick?
some might say.
Well, it's not quite out yet, but it is there.
Finn, why did you want to come here?
And you said Master Elidor has been here?
Yes. He
What
comes
part of
here.
What part of the discretion does this lady know?
Well, he sent them. He sent
I
them.
know.
Yes, he does come here. But we are actually a bookstore as well. He comes in, he supplies a lot of our books, and checks some out as well.
I see. So drinks. Drinks, then? Drinks?
Sure.
Alcohol,
Here's
beverages?
the bar. Our bartender would be more than happy to serve you.
Yeah,
If
I'm
you
feeling
need
better.
anything or would like to get a room, she looks pointedly at Haziel, you need to just let me know, and I can set you up with the perfect companion.
Yes.
Thank
yes,
you.
yes. Now you would like a room, or yes? Is that a generalized yes? Okay.
I don't know.
Haziel, why don't we have a drink first, and then
Yeah,
we
let's get
can,
drunk.
Let's drink. Let us imbibe.
Day 2 of drinking for Haziel.
I'm going to get when I get next to Finn, I'm gonna be like, why did you want to come here? There's penises.
I have to admit, I did not realize it was this sort of establishment. I'm not mad about it, but I do wish Elidor had been a little bit more forthcoming with that information.
I have a feeling he was very forthcoming.
You are most certainly right.
Woo.
So we approach the bar.
Yeah, you guys walk up to the bar, and the lady behind the bar is an elf lady. She's wearing kind of like a very loose fitting tunic with some gold jewelry around her neck, and she's got like a tiara thing going on with heavily pierced ears with the dangly chain things, you know, where it starts at your top piercing and then like goes down and loops back up. And she's like, "Oh, welcome in. I have not seen you here before. How may I serve you?"
Drinks, please.
Are we looking for something light, heavy? Do we want some ale, vodka, maybe some cream-based drinks?
Gross.
Vin is fully mesmerized by the dancer.
Let's start with something cheap first.
Yes. Cheap, sure. She pours you guys a round of shots. And
Ooh.
she looks at Finn, looking at the dancer, and is like, "Yes, he's very talented, isn't he? You just wait until Act 2.
I cannot wait. I am always appreciative of prodigious talent.
Yeah, I can do better.
Oh. Well, you see, we're not picky. If you think that you have the talent to be on the stage, you can join the lineup.
She absolutely has the talent.
Absolutely have the talent.
Oh, would you like me to put you on the list so you could show us?
Yeah, show you guys a thing or two. Absolutely.
Yes, I would love to
Okay.
see that.
Put me on the set list.
Fantastic. She walks away up towards the stage, and you see her grab like a little clipboard.
Kinsey, they're showing their bits.
Yeah.
You're gonna go.
Yeah, I'll
Have
show
you
some
never seen
bits.
bits before, Haziel?
I mean, I've seen cadavers.
Hmm.
You know, rigor mortis. I don't.
They're much more fun when they're still alive.
I hope.
Do you have no interest in seeing bits? We can leave if you are.
No, you're more than
Well, I
welcome.
mean, not
I'll
before I
just.
perform. I mean, you don't have to look at my bits, but I definitely want to dance.
I'm gonna have a drink, and I'm gonna have a drink. Yeah.
You should know, Haziel, when she was asking you if you needed a room and what kind of services you required, she was talking about that, and I'll point to the dancer.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be that, but it definitely could.
No. It definitely could be, meaning this house services its customers according to their tastes in bits, experiences, and other things.
Wait. So when I wanted the room, that means that. Wait.
There's going to be at least one other person in there with you.
And with the way I communicated it, I realize now that I made it seem like the three of us are
Oh.
Which,
experiential.
hey, could be fun.
together.
Just saying.
As you guys are talking, you see, hang on, switch over here. There is a tall, gaunt figure clad in dark treated leathers that seem to almost be stitched into her skin with silver wire, and her arms wrapped in barbed wire. Not as a weapon, but almost looking as discipline. She walks up to you guys and is like, Hey! You're looking a little nervous. It can be overwhelming to be here sometimes. My name is Vespera Thorn. Do you want to just go sit in the corner where it's a little bit like darker? We can talk about your feelings. We don't have to look at any bits. I'm not really about the bits, but just like we can go here into the corner right over there so that you can watch your friends dance, or we can go into a room, no bits, and just like talk about some feelings and stuff.
Sure. That's less bits. That is a lot less bits than I intended. Yes. Whichever one.
Exponentially less bits. Do you want to stay for your friend's dance, or you just want to leave?
I'll stay for the dance. That's my friend. I support my friend.
Aw, thank
Okay,
you.
tell you what. We'll walk over to this table right over here. She walks you over to the table, and she pulls out the chair that's facing the wall. So when you sit down, you're just facing the wall and looking at her.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Not at all.
You're a really friendly stranger.
Listen, I don't know. I was just I felt compelled to talk to you. You know, I don't know why, but yeah, Leviatar really moved me to talk to you. So let's just see where the night goes. No bits.
No
Promise.
bits. Cool. No bits. Okay.
Yeah. Haziel and Vespera are over in the corner. The song starts to wrap up, and the lovely dancer is finished with his sets, and you hear the elf lady be like, up next we have Kinsey, who is a guest tonight. She thinks that she is visiting our town and would love to share her performance with everybody.
I go up on stage.
Break a leg.
Yeah, man. Break a leg. Vespera lets you know that it's your friend's turn. So if you would like to turn your chair around, you can, Kinsey,
Finn finds the best spot with the best view.
like optimal angle.
Like optimal, like I don't want the stage to be blocked by like tall people sitting and stuff.
So the best spot, there's a guy sitting there.
I walk over. Hey, do you mind if I take this seat just for this next performance?
I was here first.
Which is why I'm asking you and not taking it.
What, do you like know her or something?
Yes, I do.
Oh, well in that case, sure.
Perfect, thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Perfectly reasonable.
Yeah.
Meanest Canadian.
I will
Pretty hot.
happily give you back your chair once this set is done.
Okay, I'm gonna go take a piss then, I guess. Yeah.
Gonna miss the best show of the night, but okay.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Dope. Keep my seat warm for me.
Will do. Although you may want to stick around. It's going to be quite a show, I'm sure.
Oh, fuck. I do really gotta pee though. All right, I'm just gonna run and then I'll be right back.
I'll buy you a drink at the bar to thank you for letting me take your seat.
Oh, dude, you're cool. Can I get your orb number?
How hot is this person?
He's a
Bro's
7.
trying to get Insta scroll deets.
What does this person look like?
I don't fucking know. I just made him up 30 seconds ago. He is a... Let's say, he is an elf who is, like, not super cut. That dusty brown hair. He looks a little bit, weathered, so he's probably, like, an outdoorsy, ranger-y type of person. He's not wearing clothes that are extravagant, but they're also not cheap, so he at least makes a decent living for himself. He's a 7, so whatever a 7 is on hotness to you, he's you know, just like a average looking elf, because elves are normally hotter than humans.
Gotcha. Then I will lean over and say, listen, I'm not looking for anything long term at the moment, but do you like intensity? Do you like focus?
I mean, like, are you gonna? I mean, I can if that's what you're. I mean, yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. I'll hand over my deeds.
Great, fantastic.
And I will sit to watch.
Okay. Kenzie, go ahead and make a performance. You had a drink with advantage.
I already get advantage because of my dazzling footwork when it comes to dancing.
Oh, even better. My God.
Fuck yes.
Holy shit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 28.
You fucking
It's very tasteful.
rock it.
There are definitely bits, but they're like, it's not like lewd, it's burlesque.
Nice. Nice. Fantastic.
But there are definitely
Kenzie's
bits.
performance does so well that she ends up with 70 gold on the stage.
Definitely have put 10 gold on the stage, for sure.
10 of it is from Finn. Haziel makes it through the performance. The bartender lady stands in, like, you catch her a couple of times, like, actually just standing there watching you, jaw half open. The guy that got Finn's digit, he comes back at the end of the performance. He was like, oh yeah, 100% right. Your friend is amazing. Not even like in a hot way. I mean, she's hot, but not in a hot way. Just like, did you see her do the freaking leg walkie thing while holding onto the pole up like that? Like,
I told you,
The-
you wouldn't want to miss it.
muscle
I don't
control that
lie.
she has is just phenomenal.
Yes, she is incredible in all things that she does.
He's also put 10 gold up on the stage. Everybody's clapping. Yay! Woo! Clap, 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 clap.
So at that point, I will wait for Kinsey to get off the stage. And I don't know if Haziel, you're staying in the other conversation or not, but I'll gesture you to come over. if you're willing.
Yeah, it'll be like a, 1 second, and go.
As I get off the stage, I point at the person who like wrote me down and like was like, "Oh, you want to dance with us?" I'm like, "Fucking told you." And then I go join my friends.
Oh no, man, you did very well. If you want to come back while you're still in town, please, you're more than welcome.
I mean, I'm not gonna be here all the time, but I mean, like, if I'm in town, absolutely. Come dance for you.
Yes, you could be like our special performer. Limited edition.
Limited time guest star, yeah.
Here
It's
is an
Kinsey
extra-
Rogers. Yeah, That's how you spell it for the contract. Yep.
You're very ambitious. Unfortunately, I do not handle the contracts. That would be Euphoria up front. But here is a drink on the house for how well you have done. Kudos.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that. And my tips.
Oh, yes, of course. And all of your tips. First time, the house takes no cuts.
Well, Kinsey, that was incredible. It was wonderful to see you on stage
Thank
again.
you. Thank you. I know it's been a little bit since I've like actually performed for anyone. It was really
How
good.
did it feel?
Okay, so I was gonna say I felt powerful. And that's true, but it just makes me think back to when we were in that cave and I was kicking those people. Cause I felt way more powerful then. But this was still really nice.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. You were like warble, wobble, move stuff.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it. I have been training like all my life to do it.
And that clearly showed. The crowd could not get enough. Clearly.
Clearly. I have like a semi-permanent gig here now. Like when I'm in town, I could just come perform.
Excellent. I'm sure we will hear your name sung on the streets in the evening once you start making a regular habit of performing here. But I wish to talk with the two of you. I have some business I need to take care of, and I'm going to gesture to the guy whose numbers we swapped. Do you mind if I split off?
Oh my goodness. Do it, go do it, and then come tell us all about it.
You guys are gonna do a science.
Something like that.
It starts with an S.
Yeah, it starts with an S. And I will, go grab this guy and be like, you have one night. If you're interested, follow. And I will walk out the door.
He immediately stands up as soon as you tell him to follow you, and he, like, no hesitation, follows you out and wherever it is that you lead him, and or tell him what to do.
Perfect.
He's very obedient.
Perfect. Just how I like him.
A little bit of fendom.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, the
I
joke.
wasn't gonna clip it. Now I gotta clip it.
As Finn walks out, Vespera gets up and comes over to Haziel, and she was like, "We had a very interesting conversation, little rabbit. Would you like to join me on a hunting trip so that we could talk some more?"
Sure, I don't hunt, but sure.
It's not really about the hunting itself. It's more about the the experience and what it is to truly be alive.
Huh. Okay. I mean, you're polite. I like polite.
Quite polite, indeed. You see, yes. Tomorrow, I could take you with me. I am planning to go out, to go trapping, and see what I'm able to bring back. Do you think you would, You don't hunt, that's fine. You say that you've, lost your magic. That's also
Yeah.
fine. It'll be a soul-searching experience.
I mean, I don't search for souls anymore. That was my job.
And such a loss it is that he just threw you to the side. So
Yeah.
cruel. But I see you as a person who will be able to endure. Do you think you got a good endurance?
Like hiking?
Hiking is an activity that takes a lot of endurance. There's
Yeah. I'm hiking. Or good at hiking. I'm hike up. You know what? Yeah, hikeable.
Yeah. Fantastic. I think you I think this will be quite enlightening for sure. And you know what? To symbolize my excitement of being able to spend some time with you, I would like to give you a small token. This whip.
Neat. I've never used one. Do you just like, and do I just like throw like?
Yeah. You could do wacha on other people, on yourself, on items to get them closer to you.
It's a grabber.
Yeah. It sure can be. Yep.
I'm gonna ask Buck to tell me how to use this grabber.
He might be able to know him. The things that you've said about Buck, he seems like a pretty smart guy.
He's super smart. One of the smartest I know, except for Finn. Finn's the smartest. And then there's Rel. We talked about everybody. I like everybody. They're my friends. They're great.
Yeah, they're great. You have a fantastic support system, which is very important. I will see you tomorrow, little rabbit. We'll say around 11 in the morning.
Sure.
Fantastic.
Kinsey, do you want to
and
whip people?
She turns and heads out of the bar.
Whipping people's fun.
Do you want to show me how? And I'm just like, hold the whip towards her.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
We fade to black for the night. Everybody at the end of the day makes it back to the Rusty Dragon Inn. And can you go ahead and roll me a... Let's see. What do I want? I would like a performance roll and then a constitution saving throw.
Oh no. Do I know what DCs I'm trying to hit or no?
Your performance roll is just to see how good Jimothy is. And
Timothy.
and the con save is just
Feels
to see
bad.
how tired you are at the end of your night.
My sessions. Okay, so for his performance, I got a +0. I don't know what he adds for his, but we'll just do a. Oh,
He did very well.
shit!
Yeah. Jimothy
Good
is
boy.
such a good boy. One of the best. Best
and
boys you
then
could have found in town.
Constitution. I'm actually going to. I'm going to use one of my portent rolls.
Okay.
Of 13 to give me a 16. Constitution.
Okay, cool. You are tired, but not like exhausted. Mostly because you made Jimothy do most of the physical work of everything that needed to
Absolutely.
be happening. Yeah. He was there to serve and be a good boy, and he did a excellent job.
That's what we like to see.
That is what we like to see. All right. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be with us, and we super appreciate that. I hope that you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out. Okay, bye.
Bye.